Yeah, great win today. We got off to a good start in that first half. Gave us a cushion. New York kept creeping back in, but fortunately today we were able to hold them off. Uh, I know you guys will be wondering about Rye. They're doing. She left in the third quarter. I don't have any updates on her. So, but any questions other than that?
Coach Jordan for the past 5 quarters has really looked like the Jordan that we're expected to see. How good of a job has she done just kind of initiating that offense and getting open looks for her teammates?
Yeah, she's definitely been pushing the pace, and you know how she competes on the defensive end. I mean, she's put back to back good games for us, and when she's playing well, I think everybody else plays better too.
Coach, I wanted to ask you about Bree Jones. She was just fantastic the last several games. Really big presence underneath the basket. What have you seen that feels like her game has been elevated to another level?
Well, I think she's always been really good. I mean, I do think she's been exceptional all season. She's physical, she's smart. I mean, is just an incredibly hard worker. She's like everything that you'd want in a player. And then she's always been really good in the post, but you can see she's even added some post moves and some different finishes. And every week she gets a little more comfortable getting away from the basket too, and even knocking down threes or putting it on the floor a little bit. So uh, she's been fantastic, and BG the last couple games has seemed like BG. So it's great to see her uh, getting involved and being dominant inside. So that's a really good 1-2 punch inside.
Coach, to that end, you had a 62 to 36 advantage, 20 center paint wise. Was that a strategy going into this one?
Well, yeah, I mean, we wanted to establish the inside game, so that, I mean that's part of the strategy. But it all depends. Uh, they started. We were having a lot of early success inside, and then they start sending three people at the post. So we had to, be ready for that. You either had to catch it and make your move right away, or we needed to cut when it got thrown in so that we could, you know, penalize them for sending so many people onto the post. But they both made good decisions, and they both have excellent games. And then our other bigs, Nia came in and got a ton of rebounds in a short period of time. Uh, we're asking Nas to guard Stewie, and then also we had her play three some tonight. So uh, and she's probably never run any of the plays from that spot, but you know fortunately, she's been paying attention during practice, so she knows everybody's position apparently. But no, just excited. Everybody contributing, playing well. It definitely feels good to finish one off.
Coach, one thing that you all have uh, consistently talked about throughout each post game, pregame is to play a full game, all 4 quarters. Could you just talk about your team's performance? Though the Liberty was sneaking up in some moments, I felt as though that they played all 4 quarters and closed the game out with a win.
Yeah, there's definitely some things that in that fourth quarter we would still need to clean up. Unfortunately, that was still the quarter we probably made the most defensive mistakes, especially uh, having the lead late. We just wanted not to give up threes, and that was the quarter we gave up a bunch of threes. Uh, but at least we were scoring. We didn't really just totally slow down and then not get good shots. We kept the pace up and we still looked inside. And, there was definitely more of an aggression on the offensive end, and that helped us close it out.
Coach, you missed the first 12 or 13 threes in the game, but you make threes when you need them down the stretch in the second half. Could you speak a little bit about that?
Yeah. One, I would say we always need them. So, like, we need to shoot. I think at the pre presser, I said if we shoot like 4 of 22, we're not going to win. And I was right. We were 4 of 19. So, uh, we did not shoot free. We haven't shot the three ball well in a while. We didn't shoot free throws well either. Uh, it could just be, it just happens at times. You go through stretches like that, or could be a little bit of fatigue setting in everybody. And, it's tiring for everybody how many games that we're playing, but uh, at the level that we're competing on the boards and defensively, sometimes that can take its toll. But if we want to be really good, we're going to have to shoot the ball better from the perimeter, especially if you don't shoot it well from the perimeter, they're just going to clog up the paint, trap the post, all those kind of things. You got to make people pay for those types of things, and we have too many good shooters to have some of the shooting nights that we've had.
So with that, Coach, I'll ask this. Even though you're not shooting that well from three, you're still putting up close to 90 points a game in these last few games. What is it that you tell the team to keep doing to still keep the momentum, still keep the pace? And also, how do you keep them still trying to make threes, even though they're not making it so in these last few games?
Well, for us, it's just the quality of the shot. If you're open, you're supposed to shoot it. I don't care if you missed the last 15 in a row. Like, open, you shoot it. If you're not open, you move the ball, and then every possession, we just want to get a quality shot. And if you get quality shots throughout the game, usually you'll score at a high level. You'll get a lot of points, especially with the pace that we're playing at. But some things are out of your control as a coach. What you can't control is, or even as players, is what is the quality of shot we're getting, or how hard are we working to get that quality of shot. And I think our players are still learning that to some extent, but I definitely see some improvement. And today, whenever we really needed a basket, we didn't forget about our bigs. We got them the ball, and all of a sudden New York would hit a couple baskets in a row, and suddenly we'd get one inside, and it just made us feel better and more at ease.
Coach, if let's say you were just walking down the street and there was a person that came up to you, they didn't know anything about Atlanta Dream basketball, what is one word you would use to describe this squad?
Woo. I do walk down the street sometimes. But I just think that one word is tough, because I guess one word is tough, but you got to be smart with tough if you want to be really good. And I think we're learning, and we're playing smarter basketball as the season goes on. We're executing what we want to do better, and then our players have a toughness about them. They're competitors, and they want to do well, and they want to win, and they have high goals this year. So I'm going to cheat on that. I'm going to do 2 words: smart and tough. That's what we're doing.
Hey, Bree. Hey, BG. BG, this question is actually for you. What do you think about Bree's season so far? We feel like she's been
Spectacular. Like,
Weird.
no, I've been on the other side of guarding Bree. She's an amazing player. Getting to play with her, seeing her basketball IQ, in practice on the court, seeing things develop. She's always talking in the timeout and, telling us different things, the guards, different things that she's seeing. And they're always right things. And then, what she does on the court, it's amazing. I mean, I get stuck just watching sometimes because I'm just like, oh, she got that. But yeah, no, she's a huge part of why we stuff.
Bree, what you do around the basket is simply amazing. Can you tell me what attributes to like your ability around the basket? You seem so like skillful and magical when you get that close. What attributes to that?
Say just a lot of repetition. I think just over the years, just getting a lot of reps down there and working on different footwork. I know I'm not the quickest. I know I'm not the I'm not jumping the highest, but just being able to get my defender where I want them, and then being able to finish the play.
BG, I feel like this second game you've kind of gotten back into a rhythm of things. Like, does it feel good to kind of see some shots going in a little bit more and just finding that rhythm again?
Yeah, I mean, basketball is crazy. You know, there's ups and downs. There's times where you'll make every shot in practice, but then it's not going in the game. So it's just sticking to it. But I give a lot of credit to my teammates and believing in me and encouraging me and not just overlooking it and telling me shoot the ball. So I give them. Without them, I probably would have been still stuck in that slump. So it feels good to see them going in and getting that rhythm, getting it going, especially getting ready for the second half.
This question's for either one of you, but we saw so much fight and grit from this team this weekend, from Friday's loss to today. Could you just talk about the aggressiveness, but as well as just the unity you all are playing together so far this season?
I mean, I think we're still learning and growing together. I think every game, we're trying to learn and get better. And I think it's showing. Every day we know we're gonna fight together no matter what. We want to win and we want to do whatever it takes. So I think it's just being resilient through those runs other teams are making and be able to throw it right back at them. But I think for us, it's just learning and growing and getting better.
Bree, I continue on that. The team may not be hitting a lot of 3-point percentages in there, but you're still getting close to almost 90 points a game. What is it about this team that keeps being able to keep the scoreboard lit up and things like that, even though 3-point ain't getting like y'all want to?
Oh, I mean, top to bottom, we have scores. We know any night could be anybody's night, and we're just trying to get the best open shot and making sure we're getting the best open look for our teammates. So I think just being able to find those reads and make and I know I have 100% faith in my teammates that they're gonna knock them down when they're open. So I think it's just taking those shots and making sure we're finding our teammates.
Bree, obviously one of the more consistent players on the team, but I just want to ask. I feel like in this game specifically, you might have used a few additional moves in the post. Have you been working on some additional things? Because it definitely seems.
I think I was just thinking what the defense giving just. I felt good going into this game and just being aggressive on the offensive end. Like I said, I don't think it was anything different that I've done. I think for me, it's just about being consistent, doing the things every day, showing up every day, just putting in the work. And I think today was just my day.
For both of you, coach, last game he said that it's kind of like a human nature element type of thing when you have a lead and you're trying to protect it. I guess what did you guys feel today, and how were you able to keep the lead and take the game and win it?
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I was just looking down at biggest leads and I was seeing how much we were actually up on. When we get these leads, we're doing a better job. I feel like on trying to stay locked in, stay aggressive. Don't try to. It's easy to kind of go into that time management when you get the lead, but honestly, coach is challenging us to no, keep going. Foot on the neck, keep going. Don't settle, because then that's when teams start creeping back up. And fortunately, we had a 20-point lead and kind of let them dwindle that down. So I mean, that's the challenge for us. Moving forward, going deeper into the season and then playoffs. When you get those leads, you can't let any team in this league, because I mean, on any given night, they can take it from you.
And I continue on that, BG, being a defensive player of the year that you've been. How do you feel this team defensive-wise has been playing so far?
We're just helping each other. I feel like we're doing a good job on knowing and learning people's tendencies. So to know, I know Bree's great hands, and when she's out there, she's gonna get tips and get steals and deflections, and she knows I'm back there in case her player slips down. I got you, and I know she's gonna go get mine. So those little things matter, because then it gives you more confidence to go for those steals and go for those big plays that turn into big points, and getting those leads. So yeah, I think we're doing better, but I think we're doing good, but we can do better.
Sticking to defense for both of y'all, how much has Ryan helped you guys this season, on the perimeter and then, switching on the post when she needs to defensively?
Oh, Ryan's been great this season, I think defensively. Just every night she's having a tough matchup, guard wise. If she's going through the post, but she's holding her own, and I think that just makes us so much better with her being able to defend it and get after it. I think she knows we're behind her and we're giving her the hope that she needs to be that great defender that we know she is.
This question is actually for both of you. You both came in together to Atlanta, and now you're about halfway through your season. So, if you could evaluate your tenure in Atlanta so far with like one word, like what would that be?
Good question.
I try. I do
One
what I
word,
can.
I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't describe it in one word. I'm sorry. I'm breaking the rules. But it's been good. I'm a little hard on myself. I feel like definitely could have been a lot better, but turning it around now. So, but overall, I've been being here, loving the city, loving the crowd. So,
Just one word, I would say uncomfortable, but in the best way. I think it's, being here and coming here is, stepping outside of myself. I think Connecticut was comfortable for me, but I think coming here and just being on this team and being a part of this and getting asked to do things that I haven't, probably done in my career, I think it's been uncomfortable, but it's definitely making me a better player. And I hope I'm out here trying to help this team be better.
Thank you.
thank y'all.